All right, shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect, or Shabbat shalom rather, to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. We're going to start off this lesson by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of great millstones rule well. All right, and have taught us word in truth and sincerity. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Okay, starting with 144,000 that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. All right, James Toronto once again, coming at you with another live lesson. And today it's going to be another edition of Doomsday Prophecies. And the topic at hand, as you see, America has failed you and nothing can save her now. All right, America has failed you and nothing can save her now. Okay, and that's basically what we're going to get into. All right, linking these world events to the downfall of Babylon the Great, aka America. Okay, which is prophetic, and it must happen for the kingdom of heaven to be established on earth. All right, you got something you want to open up with, for sure?
Yeah, Khan.
Is there an echo?
Yeah. Can you hear myself?
How about now?
Check. It's done.
Okay.
Yeah, Khan. So this is the book of Revelation 17, and the point is of 5. Because this is the mystery, right? Everyone is wondering that who is this Babylon they're talking about. And it reads, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And we know through the scriptures, America is one of the countries that keep pushing the doctrine to other countries to follow their abominations, right? So the elder mentioned he's running out of time. You know, he has failure, right? I think in the book of Jeremiah 51:9, it goes into as well.
Yeah, Khan. Give me a second here. Brother's trying to chime in late.
Yeah, let me read this.
Yeah, go ahead.
To back up the point, Jeremiah 51:7 is the point. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken offer wine, therefore the nations are mad. And we're going to that. Why are they mad? Because they keep pushing the doctrine, sodomy, right? The other countries they don't agree with that, and that's why when it comes to destruction to this place, other countries are gonna bomb this place.
Yeah,
right, with ICBM missiles.
That's right. That's the spirit of the brother here, Lion of Judah, 144. Hi, Tazawam. All right, Salamak. This is Jeremiah 51:28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, right, which is present day Russia. That's the king of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion, right? So basically, let me read verse 29. Verse 29, it says, and the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh shall be performed against Babylon, right? So every purpose, which is every prophecy the Lord has proclaimed through the mouth of the prophets in the Bible, is going to happen to America. And when you link those prophecies, not only are they happening worldwide, but you see them predominantly, right, happening in America, because America is the prophetic place of judgment or of destruction by Yahweh Shai. Okay, as we're reading. I'll read that again, verse 29. And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitation or inhabitant. So what, basically, like you quoted the precept, Jeremiah, which we'll bring that out again, about America being a golden cup in the hand of the Lord, right? that American lifestyle, that American dream was attracted to the whole earth. But what had happened is the nations drunk of the wine, and now the nations are mad, which means they're woken up from the lies and the deceit, okay, of America, right? And basically they sobered up from that wine, and now they're pissed off. Not only are they going crazy, but they're pissed off because they were sold a lie. The world was sold a lie, all right, via America, especially you Americans. Okay, so let's get to the video here. I got this clip here from the elder brother from GMS LA, the GMS LA camp, right? GMS Inspiration of the Almighty, subscribe to be edified. And as you see, this is where I got the topic for the lesson. America has failed you. Nothing can save her now. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this. And this is fair use, fair use, fair use. Right, none of the channels on this panel are making any money. Right, from this video, we're only sharing this video for educational purposes only. So fair use, fair use, fair use. Let me know if you can hear that.
No, there's no audio.
No audio?
No.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
Family. It is better for you to leave first and to
Audio?
set up a soft land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom.
Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shalom.
Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Landing for your other immediate friends and family.
I'm just going to say it because nobody else is saying it, even though we're all thinking it. The American dream is to leave America.
Nearly 9 million Americans have left the country. And if there were a new state called Expatland, it would probably be more populous than Vermont, Wyoming, and Alaska combined. After all, what made citizens of the world's richest nation once hailed Alaska
How
combined?
many people left
And if there were a
America?
new state called
The American dream is to leave America.
Nearly 9 million Americans have left the country.
Wow. Nearly 9 million Americans have left the country already. And that's the spirit.
And if there were a new state called Expatland, it would probably be more populous than Vermont, Wyoming, and Alaska combined. After all, what made citizens of the world's richest nation, once hailed as the land of the American dream, choose to leave their own homeland?
American celebrities are joining the exodus out of the United States. Beyonce and Jay-Z, who are both billionaires individually and together, are currently building a 58-acre compound in the Cotswolds area of the United Kingdom.
Come with us.
Some of our family
Out of the U.S.
Life is too short, so I'm getting the hell out of America, and I'm going to live my life as I should. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life working 40 hours a week at a job, and all I can do is come home and pay bills.
Funny enough, if you Google layoff.
Yep. So let's get some precepts. Let's go. I got Jeremiah 51. Yeah, this place got to go, man. Fuck. It's Jeremiah 51 and 6 in the NLT. And it reads, flee from Babylon, save yourselves. Don't get trapped in her punishment, right? It is the Lord Yahweh's time for vengeance. This is why you're seeing all these things play out and happen in America, because America is on its way down, right? It's on its way to receive the vengeance of Yahweh Yahushua upon it. Okay, as it says, he will repay her in full. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, right? A cup that made the whole earth drunk. The nations and the earth and the people were spiritually drunk, mentally drunk off of the ways of America via sodomy, right? Poisoning of the food, entertainment, right? Destroying the nuclear family and the family structure at home, education, right? So on and so forth. So it says, a cup that made the whole earth drunk. The nations drank Babylon's wine, and it drove them all mad. And this is what we're seeing. Okay. Nations are going crazy. People are going crazy. People are leaving America. People in America are becoming increasingly more and more violent and wicked. Right? The scriptures say that in Timothy's that in the last days, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? The love of many shall wax cold. And the Hebrew word there for cold is psycho. Not the Hebrew, Slaki, the Greek. It's psycho. So we're watching people, all right, getting ready to lose it and basically go completely insane. All right. So it says due to what? Due to the wickedness of their rulers and the corruptness of their leaders in America, which are not even they're international leaders, really. All right. America has been bought and hijacked by international bankers, really. Anyways, so verse 8 it says, but suddenly Babylon too has fallen. Weep for her, give her medicine. Okay, come up with a solution. Perhaps she can yet be healed. Okay, and right now we're in the stages, all right, of that solution being the MOTB, universal basic income, right? Because of the lack of jobs, right? The lack of people being able to get food for their families. Find housing market over here in Canada is completely atrocious, right? And I know Canada has been working on passing the bill for a universal base income as well. Okay, so the same, and then we already know what is going on over there in Europe, right? We're in the UK where they have the digital ID. Okay, so the so-called medicine or so-called balm for the pain is going to lead to the MOTB ultimately, right? So it says perhaps she can yet be healed. We would have healed her if we could, but nothing can save her now. See? Let her go, abandon her, and this is what you see people doing. People are leaving America and abandoning her because they have woken up from that wine, and they're seeing that this place is it's not what it once was. It never was what it portrayed itself to be in the beginning. Okay, so abandon her, return now to your own land, for her punishments reaches to the heavens. It is so great it cannot be measured. Right? That's heavy, man. This is why the Most High. It only makes sense that the Most High is going to completely level America by the way of nuclear missiles as well as the chariots, because he also said earlier that he's going to pay her back in full. Okay? Pay her back in full, but yet her sins have reached onto the heaven and they cannot be measured. So what kind of payback do you think that is? Okay? Read verse 10, it says, the Lord Yahweh has vindicated us. Come, let us announce in Jerusalem, right, which is a people before it's a place, everything that the Lord Yahweh, our power, has done. We're doing it now, and the hopeful elect, Yahweh of that number, all right, we're going to be singing praises and rejoicing in the chariots over the destruction of Babylon the Great, okay, aka America. So this is a beautiful time that we're in, man. It's a beautiful time.
We got a quick pursuit of Bakusha.
Time.
This is the book of Second Ezra 15, GNT.
Books, okay.
Second Ezra 15. Start of 14. There's an echo.
Yeah.
Is it echo?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Hold on a second. Come in. Close fucking something. I'm just gonna keep the video. Every time I come out of the video, it's just to reset the audio, and that's probably why there's an echo. And I can keep redoing it. So what I'm gonna do is keep it on the audio. You can hear me now. Is there echo still?
No.
Hello?
No echo, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me know if you hear the echo. Is there echo now?
Hello?
Check. Yes.
Hello? Hello? Yeah.
Okay.
Check. No, it's good now.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and reset.
Yeah. So based on going into the topic, because the girls say around 9 people have left the country, right? Because it's,
9 million.
9 million.
That's
Mhm.
So this is book second is 15, GNT I started at 14. I read from 14 to 24, something like that. And it reads, the war and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring the destruction is very near. And we know, there's a lot of tension between different countries right now, like Venezuela, United States, right, Europe,
Yep.
and the Middle East.
Yep.
Nations will
And
arm
then we can't forget about the war within, though, right?
gun.
Before the world war comes, what we're experiencing and coming into right now is the war within, which is what is known as civil war, right? Civil war and religious war and gender wars as well. Jesus, man. Brothers want the link. All right, go ahead.
And it reads, nations will arm themselves and fight against another nations. And we're going to see that happen, right? Because we see India, Pakistan, Iran, North Korea, they had nuclear missiles, that sort of a capability, right?
Mm-hmm.
ICBMs, Russia. For 16, there will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. And we know
Mm-hmm.
America is the power, right?
Yep.
Because they believe they have over 700, what do you call it? In every country, they have like the army.
Oh, bases, army bases,
There you go. Yeah,
embassies.
yeah. First 17, there will be no
And Slock
longer.
it, the power, though, the power goes into the rulers, right? The politicians,
Mhm.
right? The technocrats, your CEOs. Those are the ones that really control the economy of the country, right? They control the wealth, the flow of wealth,
Mhm.
right? So that's who these people are getting ready to come up against and insurrect themselves towards is the rulers and the powers of these various countries, aka as we're dealing with America.
Mhm. Verse 17, there will no longer be free access to the cities. And we're going to see that with the 15 million cities, right? They're going to put laws. You're not allowed to go certain places if you don't have the MOTV,
Yeah,
um,
martial
in
law.
the martial law. Because the struggle for power would bring destruction, terror, and total confusion whenever people live. And they will see a lot of confusion in this place because they don't even know what to do to the point that they live in America, right?
Yeah,
First
it
19,
just began,
driven,
man. We're not even at the point that you're reading. It's just began.
gone. It says verse 19, driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions, right?
Yeah.
This is verse 20.
Yep.
Yahweh says, I'm calling together all the kings of the earth to come from the
Hold it on
north.
that. Hold it on that. Hold it on that. Yeah.
God.
So we're gonna get into all that. There's a couple themes within this clip, right?
Okay,
So we'll
God.
get into that world war and that aspect first. But right now, let's deal with people leaving Babylon,
Done.
and then we'll get into the jobs and all the layoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Shalom, Malak, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Yahweh Shabbat shalom.
Oh, and Shema's in here too.
Shabbat
Shabbat Shalom, Shema. Yahweh Shem
Shabbat
Barakatah.
Shabbat shalom. Shama. Yahweh Shabbat.
Okay, let's continue here. Audio's good, no echo?
It's
Yeah,
good.
it's good.
Okay.
Check. Yep.
Just can't hear her.
What?
We just can't hear what she's saying.
Yeah, can't hear you yet.
Okay, so the audio's not good.
No,
That's
just
what I
the
was
echo.
asking.
Yeah, okay, Con. The
Okay,
echo is
okay.
good. There's no echo.
Mm-hmm.
It's always something. All right.
Mm.
Khan. Shabbat Shalom.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shalom. All right. So I'm not going to come off this screen. So, brothers, when you pull out your precepts, just pull it out and read it, but I won't come off the screen, or else it'll destroy the audio again.
I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life working 40 hours a week at a job, and all I can do is come home and pay
It's good?
Yeah.
bills.
Funny enough, if you Google layoffs, guess what? In the last 2 days, UPS, 48,000 jobs. Huh, must be an anomaly. Maybe not. Paramount, 1,000. Target, 1,800. Check, 45% of workforce. Microsoft, 15,000 layoffs. What do you think that is? Do you think
Oh.
that is no firing? No hiring, the great freeze? Or do you think that the companies are actually out there chopping their workforce right and left?
The U.S. just had its worst October for job layoffs since 2003. 2003. There are no jobs right now. Inflation.
Complete confusion. On one hand, you have people leaving America because they're working too much, right? Not having any time for their families and themselves. But then on the other hand, you have people who can't find a job and people who are being laid off from work. So Babylon is in complete confusion, man, and disarray right now.
Inflation is out of control, and nobody is doing anything about it. The U.S.
So the entire U.S. economy is just 7 companies moving $1 trillion back and forth to each other. A recent Bloomberg article titled OpenAI, NVIDIA fuel $1 trillion AI market with a web of circular deals sheds light on the rapid flow of capital in the AI ecosystem.
We're making the United States the Bitcoin superpower, the crypto capital of the world, and the undisputed leader in artificial intelligence. We're leading China by a lot. And don't forget, if we don't do the crypto properly, China wants to do it. They're starting it. Crypto was in 3 years.
Barring some last-minute change or development, this is going to go down as the longest shutdown in U.S. history. At your airport, at this airport, TSA officers and air traffic controllers continue to work without a paycheck. We had 4,500 flight delays yesterday, and the fear is if this continues, it will only get worse.
To somehow fathom that we could go into the holiday season still in a government shutdown, I can't even begin to predict what the impacts will be across this country. 3-hour TSA wait lines will be the least of our worries. We will see a system that has so many issues inside of it that we'll do everything we can to be the professionals that show up and try to move the aircraft across the earth. Hacks will be that we could go into the
delays yesterday. This airport, TSA officers and air traffic control.
Let me get this precept here. Let's pull it up. My phone, because we're going through all those layoffs. Because what's happening? What's happening is you American people, you had a purpose, all right, for a time, while they were building up the infrastructure of the NWO and getting and preparing everything that they needed to prepare for the New World Order. And now, you know, your purpose has been served and you're being disregarded. And what's taking your job? AI, right? Automation. So this is Ezekiel 7. Okay. Ezekiel 7, and I'll start at 10. I'm going to read this in NLT. So Ezekiel 7 and 10, it says, "The day of judgment is here. Your destruction awaits. The people's wickedness and pride have blossomed to a full flower." Okay. So we're at the end. Okay. Their violence has grown into a rod that will beat them for their wickedness. None of these proud and wicked people will survive. All their wealth and prestige will be swept away. Okay? Yes, the time has come. The day is here. Buyers should not rejoice over bargainings, nor sellers grieve over losses, for all of them will fall under my terrible anger. You see? So the Most High is going to level the playing fields for everybody. Everybody is going to be on the same playing field, right? When that great, or I'll say, yeah, that great Black Swan event happens, basically when the society collapsed. Okay, as it says here, verse 12. Yes, the time has come. The day is here. Buyers. Yeah, I'll do that again. Buyers should not rejoice over bargaining, nor sellers grieve over losses, for all of them will fall under my terrible anger. Even if merchants survive, they will never return to their businesses, for what Yahweh has said applies to everyone. So all these people that are losing jobs, they're not going to return back to those jobs. Okay? There is no going back to that 9 to 5 or whatever it is you are working. Automation is here, and it's here to stay until Yahweh shall destroy America. Okay?
That's right.
Even if the merchants survive, they will never return to the businesses, For what Yahweh has planned applies to everyone. It will not be changed. Not one person whose life is twisted by sin will ever recover. That's every single Babylonian in America and outside, except for the whole elect. All right. That's it on that.
Can I bring this out real quick, right? Because the emphasis there is a couple of emphasis. Proud system, right? Which is its downfall. And you did mention the word there, how quickly it's going to happen. So this is Proverbs 6 and 15, if I may bring this out, because the Lord hates this. And destruction is going to come suddenly. So this is the point.
Hold on a second.
Take your
You
time.
brothers hear echo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if this doesn't work again, man, we just, listeners are just gonna have to deal with it. It's fucking annoying.
And the prince of the power of the air.
Straight up.
Yeah. Definitely, no doubt.
Okay.
Check. Beautiful.
No echo?
Echo's there.
It's like.
Okay. How about now?
Check.
No
Check.
echo.
Yeah, echo's gone.
Echo.
It's gone?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Real quick. Yeah, so this is Proverbs 6 and 14. And again, going into the characteristics of this system that is circling the drains. Proverbs 6 and 14, I read 15, it says, forwardness is in his heart, he deviseth mischief continually, and he soweth discord. Verse 15, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. This is the word that we got to get you to, you people at home. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. Okay, and then it lists the next verse, simply put, right? I'll just read it. Verse 16, Proverbs 6 and 15 KJV. It says, these 6 things doeth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. That goes into that pride. Okay. But anyway, just wanted to leave it with that. The word there is suddenly in verse 15. That's it.
If I may add, lambacking what the elder was saying, the elder Mas, for you at home, these people, they define themselves by their careers and whatever it is they got going on in Esau's world.
True.
They don't feel defined. They're not working. They're 9 to 5. They're not making money. They're not getting a plaque with degrees on it. They don't feel that. They don't feel defined.
Yeah.
They feel like they failed.
Yep. And since I their head too. Well, obviously.
Well, this is why they're going mad.
Yep.
That's right.
This is why they're going mad. You drank that wine, and now you're sobering up, and you're like, what the fuck? What is this?
The sobering up is worse than the drunk? Or just as?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I bring this up, Baba Kisha?
Oh, Slacky, yeah, go ahead.
2 Corinthians 6 and 17, real quick. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. Right? And the hour of temptation is coming. Everyone's going to lose everything. Everyone's going to, like the elder said, everyone's going to be on the same level playing field. And it's only the elect that are detaching spiritually, and mentally from this matrix.
Con.
I got a precept.
What?
And this is Jeremiah 50, verse 8. It says, remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he-goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, and none shall
Yeah,
return in vain.
yeah. Hold that, brother. We're gonna get into that. That's going to World War III.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Right now, we're touching on the jobs being lost, but you're gonna have to bring that out again. Please
It's
tell me,
not
brothers, can
playing.
hear this.
No, it's not playing. I mean, we can't hear
Man.
Esau, wicked man.
Oh, yeah, all you can do is laugh, man. This is laborious,
it. I
anyways,
know.
man. Anyways,
Yesterday, and the fear is if this continues,
how about now?
Yeah.
Okay.
it will only get worse. To somehow fathom that we could go into the holiday season still in a government shutdown, I can't even begin to predict what the impacts will be across this country. 3-hour TSA wait lines will be the least of our worries. We will see a system that has so many issues inside of it that we'll do everything we can and be the professionals that show up and try to move the aircraft across the airspace. But at the same time, we can't make the impossible possible if it's just going to be putting us in an impossible situation.
Politically,
Mm-hmm.
President Trump has been a failure in his first year of his second term. The president was involved in and lost the Wisconsin Supreme Court races. He was involved in and lost both of these governor's races. He even endorsed a non-Republican in the mayor's race in New York and lost. So I hope that this gives courage to people who've lacked it in Congress to do their jobs again.
So far this year, the president has pardoned or shortened the sentences of more than 1,600 people. The latest pardon was for a cryptocurrency tycoon who is known as CZ. The company CZ founded, Binance, helped boost the profile of the Trump family's crypto firm, World Liberty Financial.
$300 million. That's how much FEMA disaster relief money was quietly redirected to fund Donald Trump's golf trips. And today, Congressman Dan Goldman is calling it out in a fiery takedown that exposes how deeply corruption and misplaced priorities have infected Washington. This isn't just politics. This is about accountability, justice, and the American taxpayer.
And so while you people are suffering, that's what they're doing. This is what your leaders are up to. Okay, this is what they're up to, colluding with other wicked men, right? Siphoning money from the poor and the middle class into the pockets of the top wicked elite, because we are entering, getting ready to enter a technocracy where rulership is under the hands of the technocrats, and everybody else is going to be in a digital matrix, receiving a universal income, while the top wicked elite, of that digital matrix are gods over you. Okay. Let me get this precept real quick. This is Proverbs, and then Baba Kasha, actually Banyamin. Can you hold Habakkuk if you don't got something? Habakkuk 1 and 13. You can get that in NLT, Baba Kasha. This is Proverbs 28 and 15 NLT. It says, a wicked ruler is dangerous to the poor, as a roaring lion or an attacking bear. Okay, which is relentless. When a lion is attacking you or a bear is attacking you, they're relentless until they've completely swallowed you up. Right? So that's just like these leaders. A ruler with no understanding, right? In other words, no fear of the Most High, because that's true understanding, right? A ruler with no understanding will oppress his people, but one who hates corruption will have long life. All right, so that's the point. A wicked ruler is going to destroy his people, showing you that even MAGA supporters, are being affected by the government shutdown. Showing you that this blue versus red versus blue is complete. It's a farce. It's just what do you call? It's just a show. Okay, or psyop rather. You got it, Benjamin. That's what I meant.
Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 13 in the NLT.
You can read to 17 and you can go into it.
But you are pure and cannot stand the sight of evil. Will you wink at their treasury, their wickedness? Should you be silent while the wicked swallow up people more righteous than they? Right? Are we all, are we only fish to be caught and killed? Are
That's
we
right.
only?
That's what's happening, man. Right?
Mhm.
People are being caught up into well, they're getting ready to be caught up in the snare.
The trap. Yeah.
As
Yeah.
brothers, yeah, as brothers about to read. Go ahead, brother.
It says, "Are we only sea creatures that have no leader?
Mm-hmm.
Must we be strung up on their hooks and caught in their nets while they rejoice and celebrate?" That's what we see happening. You know.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those
Hey,
technocrats, right? Slake, those technocrats, they're
Salakia.
celebrating right now. It's all good. They're celebrating right now, right? Looking at what they're doing and looking at their technology and what is getting ready to bring. And as it says in verse 15, must we be strung up on their hooks, right? So the hook, okay, is universal income, all right, or the bait rather is universal income, okay, which is what people are going to be crying for, all right, based upon all the turmoils and evils that will play out before then. Okay, that's the hook. People are on the hook now. Okay, all these Americans, Babylonians are on the hook. The only ones that are not taking that bait or not caught up by that bait is the whole full elect.
That's
Go
right.
ahead, Ak, you got it.
Verse 16. Then
No,
they will
Shema.
worship.
If Shema has some.
Oh, come on, come on. Yeah.
Oh, Khan, yeah. I was just adding that. Look at Nero 47. He's concerned with golfing, building a new ballroom. He just released his own brand of wine.
Wow.
You know, they don't care about the
He's
poor,
worship.
man.
No.
Yeah,
Remember,
Shema's not complaining about jobs. Slack it. Go
remember,
ahead.
Salakia, remember he came on line and said that if if he would go to heaven or something like that,
Yeah,
this is
Khan.
basically his heaven already. He told the people straight,
Yeah.
like this is their rule. This is their time now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're ruling the world down to a piece of shit, right? They're ruling the world
Yep.
down to the ground. It says, then they will worship their necks and burn
Mm-hmm.
incense in front of them. These nets are the gods who have made us rich. They
Yep.
will claim.
That's right. So all their traps and psyops that they wage as they're waging war in the minds of the people, right? They go to demons, left-hand side spirits for that. Okay. And they praise their demons, and ultimately they praise Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, for giving them that power on the left-hand side to basically wage war on the minds of the people. Okay, but there's going to come a time, as you read Isaiah 47, where that's going to be cut off.
Because they reap the benefits of this world, and they took the oath with the devil, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's
So
right.
these wicked men, they're on the left hand side reaping the benefits of this world.
Yep.
You know? And it says, verse 17, will you let them get away with this forever? Will they succeed forever in their heartless conquest?
Yep.
No.
And we know the answer to that. The answer is no.
That's right.
Okay.
That was it.
All right. Okay.
I rebuilt the military. We have the strongest military by far in the world. We make the best equipment, the best missiles, the best rockets, the best everything. We redid our nuclear. We're the #1 nuclear power, which I hate to admit because it's so horrible.
So why won't Putin end this war?
Sorry?
No, he's proud. Proud devils,
Oh, yeah.
That was Joe Biden's war, not my war. I inherited that stupid war.
As the bloodiest land war in Europe since World War II continues.
But just a little list of look at this. Wars.
President Trump wanted to make sure we saw the list of 8 international conflicts he says he's been able to end since returning to office.
Oh, don't listen to Putin about nuclear weapons. He's just bluffing. When the world ends, you won't be able to say, asshole, he wasn't bluffing. I've been watching this close up, and damn it, we're close to disaster in 20. Well, it's obvious. Venezuela has the world's largest reserves of oil. We're trying to steal them, pure and simple. It's not even complicated.
That's
this
right.
has nothing to do with narcotics trafficking at all. This is an insult to our intelligence to watch this smirking gangster discuss this way.
Donald Trump is about to invoke the Insurrection Act. He just said this on national television. Okay, the Insurrection Act has not been invoked since.
Real quick, let me get this. He had mentioned what they're doing with Venezuela, and this is where the brothers have those precepts for World War III. This is where this is all going to lead into World War III. And this is just like the ancient Roman Empire, right? They spread themselves too thin. Their military, right, waging war on too many fronts, right, to deal with what's going on in home, right, which led to the collapse ultimately of the ancient Roman Empire. So I'm going to get here Habakkuk chapter 2. All right, we always bring this out. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3 in the NLT. I'll start at 2. It says, Then the Lord Yahweh said to me, and brothers can chime in, spirit hit you. Then the Lord Yahweh said unto me, Write my answer plainly on tablets, so that a runner can carry the correct message to others. This vision, and we know those runners, right, are the prophets, and we're carrying this message to you, right, out there that sincerely believe in Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and fear the Lord. Okay. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed.
Done.
Look at the proud. They trust in themselves, and their lives are crooked. But the righteous will live by their faithfulness to Yahweh B'Shem El Shai. Wealth is treacherous. And this is beautiful, verse 4, because while everybody is scheming, robbing, right, and trying to get the bag, the hopeful elect, all right, are keeping their integrity towards Yahweh Shai, all right, which is evidently going to end up having the tables being turned, okay, because what we're coming to is that road to the kingdom of heaven is bittersweet, right, and but it's going to become more sweet than bitter for the hopeful elect as we get closer and closer and closer. Everything for everybody else, it just gets more bitter and bitter and bitter until America's destroyed, all right, and the hopeful elect come back out of the chairs and establish righteousness on earth. Verse 5 says, Wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouth as wide as the grave, like death, and like death, they are never satisfied. Okay? And this is why there's a spirit on this devil to continually wage war. Okay? It says, they are never satisfied in their greed. Slack, you going to say something? Okay. It says, in their greed, they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many people. But soon their captives will taunt them. The captives are these states, vassal countries, okay, that end up being entrenched, okay, with America. And as you see, America, as this guy just boldly claimed, all these wars that they wage is just to steal the resources of these particular countries that they're warring against. Okay, as it says, verse 6, but soon their captives will taunt them, they will mock them, saying, while sorrow awaits you thieves, right? You thieves, now you will get what you deserve. You've become rich by extortion, but how much longer can this go on? Suddenly, your debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have, right? And everybody's in debt to America via the dollar, right? This is why you have these nations basically building up economies, financial economies between one another, trading in each other's currencies. Because with the American dollar, if you piss off America any kind of way, guess what? You get sanctions. Therefore, you can't do imports or exports, right? Puts you in a doghouse, so to speak. So nations are like, yo, fuck that. We want up out of this man's thumb. So we're gonna do trade with one another. And eventually this is gonna lead to that, cataclysmic war, that cataclysmic event.
And we saw a glimpse of this with the BRICS separation, which is what you're touching on in essence in regard to these nations, right? And so alliance on one side with the BRICS, you haven't heard too much about them, but they exist, right? And a lot of those countries were under America's thumb. So yeah, it's playing out as we're looking on, man. And that's the if I may just read it real quick. I'm going to go to the first verse of the chapter, right? Because this is where we come in, and it says Habakkuk 2:1. I'm going to read from the NLT, if I may, real quick. It says, "I will climb up my watchtower and stand at the guard post. And there will I wait to see how he will answer with my complaint."
Volume cut out. Malak, your volume cut out.
Oh, Salakia. Yeah, Salakia, because it's about that. And the phone rang as well. That's why. So, because I'm working from the phone today. No, real quick, I just wanted to address what we read in the first chapter, and right, and that's a complaint. That's the Lord's men watching over this thing, watching the destruction of this thing going right down before our eyes. So, for you that are asleep, that's tough. The Lord had you asleep, but we're watching diligently the fall of this thing. Go ahead, brother.
I just want to tie in this quick precept to this devil.
Hold on, did you finish? Hold on, did you finish your precept?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
okay.
verse 1.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Something quick. This is Proverbs 16, verse 18. I don't know if it came up, but it says, "Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." So these proud devils feel like they're on top. They're running it, yeah, sure. But they got this big pride in spirit, And the Lord just preserving them for the day of destruction, man.
Yeah, it's a sign. What you're reading is a sign, right? So if pride goes before destruction, and haughtiness, which is pride again, before a fall, that means the more proud that these devils get, the more proud our own people become. We know that the destruction, the downfall of America and these people are right around the corner.
That's right. It's right here. Yeah.
Time. So I'll continue here and finish this up. Habakkuk 2 and 7 NLT. Suddenly your debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have while you stand trembling and helpless. Because you have plundered many nations, now all the survivors will plunder you.
Yep.
Right, and this is what you've seen with Venezuela. They're going in there and they want to plunder it for all of its oil.
Yep. And that's Esau's.
You got it.
And that's Esau's claim to fame. Taking and resources. They covet fields and take them by violence.
Yep. It says, because you have plundered many nations, now all the survivors will plunder you. You committed murder throughout the countryside and filled the towns with violence. What sorrow awaits you who build big houses with money gained dishonestly? You see? Drug money.
Yep.
All their houses, that ballroom that Trump's building, their homes and everything they got. That money that they use to build all this stuff and the infrastructure, all of it is blood money. Okay? It says, what sorrow awaits you who build big houses with money gained dishonestly, right? You believe your wealth will buy you security, putting your family's nest beyond the reach of danger, right? These politicians and technocrats, Right? Earlier, we saw that Jay-Z and Beyonce are building homes in the UK. So people know that America is getting ready to fall, man. And they think they can escape. See, the thing is, you can escape the judgment or or you can escape the destruction of America. You can, but you cannot escape the judgment of your sins, of your wickedness. At the end of the day.
We'll find you out.
So it says here, verse 10, but by the murders you committed, you have shamed you shamed your name and forfeited your lives. The very stone in the walls cry out against you, and the beams in the ceilings echo the complaints. Right? Nations are mad, they're complaining. What sorrow awaits you who build city with money gained through murder and corruption? Has not the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies promised that the wealth of nations will turn to ashes? They work so hard, but all in vain. Right? For as the waters fill the sea, the earth will be filled with an awareness of the glory of the Lord Yahweh. Okay, that's it. That's the point there.
Can I bring this out, Kabbalah?
Khan.
Isaiah 33 and 1, and it reads, woe to thee that spoilest, right? Woe being destruction. Right? You went around taking and robbing from all the nations around you.
That's
And
right.
thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously. And they dealt not treacherously with thee. Right? America hasn't seen sorrow, man. You know, outside of the Civil War, right? What does it say in Isaiah 47? Virgin daughter of Babylon, right? She hasn't been penetrated. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
That's right.
And when thou shalt make an go ahead.
Beautiful.
Thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Right? And America's downfall is coming.
Yeah.
The scriptures say, thee shall hate the whore and burn it with fire. Roughly paraphrasing.
That's right. That's right.
You know, there's going to be a fallout amongst NATO, the EU. You know, we see signs being drawn already. You know, Turkey, new nation, and he's been vocal about is what Amalek is doing over there in Gaza.
Fine. Beautiful.
1992, during the Rodney King
We'll play a little bit more and then we'll close up.
riots, when the city of Los Angeles needed help from the federal government because they lost control of the rioters. Okay, Trump.
We now have our first involuntary camps in the United States. The Trump administration has taken 16 acres outside of Salt Lake City, where they are holding homeless people. They're calling it a service campus, but others are calling it a prison. But if you're not allowed to leave, what is it?
It's technically an urban legend, if you want to call it that. But if you look up interviews with people that are homeless living in the Phoenix area, there are a number of interviews on YouTube about people, or where these people start talking about Midnight Productions, which is apparently a group of ex-law enforcement, politically connected individuals that are abducting homeless people and either raping them on camera, specifically homeless women and children, and then murdering them and stuff. We know that they can take remote control of your car and make you drive off a bridge. Any car that has a computer in it, which is every car, unless you're driving a 57 Chevy or something. We know that they can take any smart TV and turn the speaker into a microphone so that it broadcasts what's being said in the room, even while the TV is off. Another thing that they did was they infected computers domestically, which is illegal. But then in the code, they embedded lines of code written in either Farsi or Cyrillic, so they could point and say, no, it wasn't us, it was the Russians, the Iranians, they did it. Look at
Right now, there are 131 active deep underground military bases in the United States. Each one.
Yep. So, hey, man, you see it and you heard it, right? So this is 2nd Ezra 60 and 63 GNT. My people, the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yoshai, knows everything you plan and the secret thoughts of your heart. Sinners who try to hide their sins are doomed. The Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yoshai, will carefully examine everything you have done and bring you to judgment. Right? On that day, you will be thrown into utter confusion. All your sins will be publicly exposed, and the people and the wicked things you have done will witness against you. What will you do then? How will you hide your sins from Yahweh and his angels? Yahweh Shem Shai is your judge, so fear him, abandon your sins, put away the evil you have done, and never sin again. The power, then Yahweh Shem Shai will save you from all these disasters. So this is the time to not make a practice of sin, right? The grace period. As it says, a vast mob of people are ready now to descend on you and devour you like flame. That's what those concentration camps are for. Okay? Detention camps. They will drag some of you off and force you to eat pagan sacrifices. And who knows, all right, in those concentration camps, man, there's a lot of stories of what people are being fed and what they're not being fed. You know, Esau Eden's putting all kind of debauchery in the food in those concentration camps, man. Okay? But the hopeful elect are going to rely on Yahweh Shem Shai, man, to the very end, even if it means their own death.
That's
They're
right.
good.
That's right.
If you give in to them, they will ridicule you and mock you and humiliate you. In many places near the cities, there will be violent persecutions against those who fear the Lord. The attackers will act like wild people. They will plunder and destroy without pity all those who still fear the Lord. I will turn them out of their homes. They will turn them out of their homes to take away their possessions. This will be the time of testing for my chosen people, and they will prove to be as pure as refined gold. Okay? But listen to what the Lord says, my chosen people. The time of terrible suffering is near, but I will rescue you. Don't be afraid or have any doubts. I am your power, and I will lead you. If you keep my laws and commands, says the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, you must not let your sins weigh you down or control you. All right? That's it for me. Brothers, got anything else you want to bring up?
Got a quick reset.
Yeah, go ahead.
Second Ezra and 22, and it reads, my anger has become so fierce that the fire has blazed out to burn them up, the foundations of the earth, and to burn up the sinners like a straw. So going into the ICBM missiles, you know, it's going to spread like fire.
Where that besom of destruction, right? It's like a wind.
Done.
I'm gonna read this from the comment board. This is a good one. This is also from Lines of Judah 144. Ataza 1. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. That's right. And you American people of the prey. Okay, you're not going to depart, at least not with your life intact. Nahum 3:2. The noise of a whip, the noise of rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots. So that's all he brought up. But yeah, going into the music, the work, right? No job. Hey man, there's only this place is finished, man. There's not much we can say. You know, we didn't start with the apostles and bishops on down. We didn't break down the whole scriptures, bring out the scriptures over and over again, and we're gonna keep repeating it. You know, till ad nauseum. You're gonna hear the same scriptures all over and over again, because right now he's speaking.
That's right.
What more can we say? This whole is done. This whole is done.
That's right.
All right. Anything else from brothers? That's it?
That's it. That's right.
All right, man. So Lowell, this lesson was straightforward and edifying to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. We're going to close by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekha Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Mosel, who rule well and have taught this word in truth and sincerity. And peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, starting with 144,000. All right, that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. All right, Abba Ball, Kwama Shala, and Shalom, Shabbat Shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom to the hopeful elect.